back with another video. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna go through Hermes, get Hermes set up, and like I said, I would say it's the best agentic AI out here. It can pretty much help you automate any task, any job, anything you want to automate. Like I said, it's real simple. You got a CLI version of it, which we're gonna download first, and then we got the desktop version. We're gonna download that after we got this command line version downloaded. And once we do that, we're gonna be good to go. Alright, and then it's the GitHub for it too. So we can download this. All you gotta do is download this. So this is just for your record. When you want to modify the code, when you want to look at the code, it's gonna be separate from the original download that we're gonna use. This is like if you want to modify, change the Hermes, give it a different name, because normally what everybody do, we download either this or OpenCloud, but everybody going with Hermes because OpenCloud started the best. Then they started lacking, and then Hermes pretty much copied the source code and then made it better, and everybody switched over to this. So you just can download the zip file, and what everybody do. So I read all this, everything, all the markdown files. I understand this project through and through. If a person really want to get good at creating and deploying agentic AI stuff, I would recommend understanding how this thing works, the why, what, and the how. It took me about a good month, about a good 2 weeks. Once about week 1, week 2, I really understood how it worked. In about a month, I can make my own Hermes if I want to. And I understand because this is an enterprise level too. All right. So we just gonna pretty much just prick download for that and just do it like that. But like I said, we're not gonna use that to run it. We're just using that for our files. So we'll have, especially with all the AI wars going on and people taking and trying to shut down you only can use the AI models that the USA got, because the USA, since Fable came out, the USA have put so many guardrails on Claude and Codex that you really can't hardly do no cybersecurity stuff, especially red team or code review or code scanning. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it look like I already got it downloaded. So we'll stop that. All right, we'll stop that. But now you can download this. So first, we're gonna run this command and command line. And then if you got a membership with ChatGTP, I'm gonna show you how to hook that up too, so you can run it, and you can also run stuff locally too. I'm gonna do a video on that too, because that's where everybody going. Everybody we switch over to local because these people getting crazy with these models. They don't want us to use the models. Then they trying to ban open source models. And they don't want nobody to use no models, but they high expensive models. And if you don't use the high expensive model, you can't have AI. Because they trying to regulate and censor everything. Alright, we just go to open the PowerShell command, copy that command that's right here. You got Windows, do Windows, but we're gonna download this one. The command line one first. Alright, then we just press enter. And once that's gonna let that cook for a minute. Alright. So that's gonna go through and set everything up and go through and do all this. Gonna check everything, download all the stuff that need to be downloaded. Like I already got it down. I already got Hermes downloaded on mine, so it may take a little long on yours, but I'm downloading on another hard drive I got. So, but yeah, I already got it downloaded her, but I'm downloading her too. So I have 2 Hermes on mine. I'm gonna take it off though. I ain't really worried about it, but just demonstrating person for y'all can kind of see what's going on, see how it works. So yeah, so that's gonna download. We let that download. Alright, so look like they're still downloading. Doing its thing. It's cooking. It's still cooking, still doing its thing. Still doing its thing, still cooking. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna be running ChatGPT with mine's Codex. So we just pretty much just select that. You just go click. You can just click space. Click space. Or just click 8. Alright. Select provider. Press enter to confirm. Let's see, 8 by default. Okay, cool. Yep, 8. We could do open router. You already got your open router key if you want to do that. It works pretty good too. Let's see. So pretty much you got all the models you can do. Local hosting with Llama. I'm gonna show you how to do that later. But yep, alright, so we're gonna do that. And OpenAI, Codex, not the API key. We're gonna do the number 1. Alright, use existing credential. Re-authenticate. Let's see, re-authenticate, use existing credentials. So I'm gonna re-authenticate just so you can kind of see how it looks. So I'm gonna do 2. Alright, to confirm, follow steps. Open your URL in the browser, enter that code in. So you pretty much just do this, copy that. And you go here. I'm gonna copy this too, put this code in. Pretty much with installing everything, pretty much you just read and just follow the directions that it give you on the screen. You don't really have to worry about breaking none of that. Like I said, don't be afraid to break stuff. Alright. I'm gonna log in with this. That's the account that I'm using for my ChatGPT. Continue. Alright, I'm gonna put that code. Remember that code that we copied? Put that in. That's what we're gonna be using. We're pretty much signing in now. Alright, we want to use. I'm gonna use. Let's see. I'm gonna use 4 because ChatGPT 5.4 min is the cheapest. So we're gonna go with 6. Alright. Well, you can go whichever one you want. I'm gonna go with 6. That's the cheapest one. I can get the most out of it. See, just like that. Alright. Local run. Select terminal. Like I said, keep local. Keep everything local. So we're gonna run it locally. You can run it in a Docker container, but we're just gonna run it locally. And it, like I said, when you setting this up for companies, it pretty much works the same way. It pretty much works as a third party tool. You're gonna download it on either the server or the VM machine or whatever. Then you just start giving it access to stuff. You treat it like an employee. Alright. Local. Yeah, and anytime you're doing stuff, most of the time it's gonna give you everything you need when you read. All right, what we got? So we're gonna skip this for now. Let's see. So this just if you want to hook up to an app, if you want to play with the thing while you're outside. We'll do that another time. You can watch a video to do that. Everybody normally choose Telegram. You know, it's pretty easy. Let's see. So we're skipping over that. All right. Select an option. Select by number. Enter the confirm. Yep. We're gonna do. Let's see, CLI configuration. Yep, we're gonna do number 1. Alright, let's see, toggle web browser. These are the skills. Skills are pretty much tools. Skills is like an MCP. Skills is the new MCP. It's just tools and stuff that we can use. We can uncheck some of this stuff and not check it or stuff like that. Let's see. We'll just leave it like it is. Video. Yeah, we'll just leave, because we can always turn everything on once we get inside Hermes. Choose a provider, select by enter. Local browser. We're gonna do local browser. No API key. Then it's the cheapest. Alright, remote name could not be resolved. We're just gonna keep going. Let's see, configuration. Alright. Keep doing this thing. Yep, now it's gonna cook. It's gonna cook and just download what it needs to download. It's cooking and doing this thing. I'm gonna say yes. Pretty much just giving it access to your machine so it can do what it needs to do. Alright. Press enter again. Keep download stuff I need to download. Alright, yep. Alright, since we got that done, we're doing click 3 because we're done with that. Got that configured. Done. Alright. And all we gotta do now is just put, we can start, we can press Hermes. So pretty much Hermes downloading now. Just want to see if it's working. Just typing in Hermes. And once the Hermes, it's pretty much gonna load up to get the server running, and then it's gonna pull it up. Then you're gonna be running from the command line. Then I'm gonna show we're gonna run Hermes dashboard. Then Hermes dashboard. Once we get that running, then it's gonna pull up the dashboard, and then we're gonna download the Hermes desktop. You can use all of them. Like I said, the desktop, it works good. The terminal, some people like to work from the terminal. Some people like to work from the dashboard. People like to work from the desktop. So it's just whatever you like. They all do pretty good. They all got it's hits and miss, pros and cons. I like them all. I kind of use them all. Yep. So now it's hooking everything up. Look like we're pretty much ready to go now. Hi, are you there? Hi, are you there? Let's see if it's gonna respond or it's gonna act slow. Alright, let's check. Agents, okay, it's checking. Alright, it's reasoning. Hold on 5 minutes. The first time it talked to, it be kind of, it got it warm up and cool up. Okay, so yeah, cool. We good. We're good to go. Alright. And pretty much it got the same concept as Claude. Got all this stuff. Like you can change the model. Like it pretty much it's the same concepts. You're gonna use this is pretty much Ralph Loop, the new Ralph Loop, just /gold, and it can make it run longer and stuff when you're doing big tasks. All right, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for the desktop. We good to go on that. All right, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna exit out of here, and we're gonna do Hermes dashboard. Hermes dashboard. That's gonna pull up like a URL, like a front end, instead of working in the terminal. And it actually looks pretty good. You got the Kanban board in there. It got all kind of good stuff in there. And it's a lot of videos on YouTube. about Hermes. So many. It's it's pretty simple. If you know how to use Codex, Gemini, Google Anti-Gravity, or Cloud Code, you can run this. You pretty much talk to it the same way that you can talk to Gemini, Cloud Code, or Codex. This is just better. This is pretty much how we automate stuff in the real world. We take this existing source code, which is that file. We sometimes we download it like this, but most of the time we gotta modify the code and modify certain stuff. But either way, it still works. Either way, so since it's the first time doing it, so it had to go through and build and hook everything up. But yeah, so like I said, you automate cybersecurity, you automate QA, data analyst. It don't matter what it is. Software developer, project manager, customer service, IT, networking. It can literally automate anything. All right, so here we go. We on the dashboard. Like I said, we on the dashboard right here. At the chat. Come here and chat with it. Like I say, sessions and skills. And got the Kanban board where you can get your agents to do stuff. Yeah. Actually, you definitely want to read the doc, watch a few videos. I ain't gonna go too deep. I just want to get y'all installed, and you know how we like to do. We like to read. Over here, we like to read, and we study the ins and outs and see how everything hook up. Like I said, you got skills, cron jobs, just pretty much scheduled tasks, MCPs, configurations. Like I said, all this stuff. So yeah, you pretty much set up on that. All right, now let's download the desktop. All right, we're gonna do it this way right here. We're gonna download the desktop there on the Windows. So we're gonna download that. Which we just click. All we did is just click download. Then it took us to this. Let's save this, save that, and this. Alright, I got Windows, say desktop app. We could just do it like this, but I'm gonna do it like this here. Well, it's gonna get us that thing. See how we got it downloaded. Alright, install Hermes. Do you need both? Yeah, I kind of like using both. Sometimes I use it. Sometimes I'm in the desktop mode. Sometimes I'm not in the desktop mode. It just depends. But yeah, some people, like I said, some people prefer the desktop, so you want to have it set up on both. And every company gonna be different as far what you got to automate. It's a thing called forward deployed engineer, which is pretty much what y'all guys learn how to do. Pretty much on board, going in and do all this, see what the workflow is, how you want to do that stuff and stuff like that. But it's pretty interesting. All right, so it's going through. It's gonna download all that stuff. Gonna let that cook. Yeah, a reason why a lot of people switched over to Hermes instead of OpenCloud because OpenCloud was having too many bugs. Every time you will update OpenCloud, it will break. Your whole system will like break. So everybody just switched over to Hermes. It don't break. It don't break as much at all. So what we do now, if you update your Hermes or your OpenCloud and it still don't work, you just use your Google Anti-Gravity or your codec. Just tell us, hey, fix my Hermes. It's not working since I did an update. Then you just give the documentation URL. Then just tell it to fix it. Look through the documentation URL to see what's going on. Fix my Hermes or fix my OpenCloud to get it working. That's the best way to do it. It's still good to learn how to do it manual too. But all you do is just ask the agent once it's done fixing everything. What did it do to fix and what was the problem? That's the best way to do it. Yeah, it's downloading the thing now. And then if you ever want to update, you just go in here and just you know, start Hermes up and just say, hey, I want you to update Hermes, update the Hermes. Like I said, you can do it in the terminal, or you can do it in the dashboard, the chat, you know, you know, whatever, you know, you can update it wherever. Pretty much just to say, hey, I need you to update this. You need to update it and stuff. Let's see, it's probably still cooking. Yep, that's still cooking. We'll let that cook. All right, so it look like it's done downloading. All right, we're gonna launch it. It's connecting. All right, so yeah. Sorry, I had to download. It just updated. The update almost looked like a complete download. So this project I was already working on. It's some of my red team stuff. I'm working on some AI red team and stuff because we're gonna need some AI red team stuff in the future, especially with you see them locking everything down. You can't do no AI red team. You can't even scan your code. You can't even scan for vulnerabilities in your code. You can't do nothing unless you pretty much jailbreak your AI stuff. All right, let's go down here and talk. See if this thing working. We're gonna switch. This is how you switch the models. Let's see. We're gonna do 4.5 mini. Say, hey, are you there? Alright. First time it's going through, it's gonna gotta connect. Like I said, and yeah. At your settings, stuff like that. Like I said, it's a whole bunch of videos online. A whole lot of. Alright, let's see. We got the settings, stuff like that. I got 4 codecs, I got that on. Provider. Yep, it's already connected. I don't use Anthropic. So it look like it's done. It's still job my way. All right, so I finally responded back. It said, yes, I am here. We're done with the video making process. All right, cool. So it's done. Yeah, sometimes the first time it take a little time for it to load up and configure everything. Let's see. They probably deprecating. So it seems like these companies, they trying to force us to use this high expensive model when you really don't need it. So they trying to deprecate and get rid of this 5.4 and 5.5. And they trying to force us to use these bootleg models where it's locked down, you can't do nothing. So that's why everybody doing the other models and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, people. Like I said, you definitely do some research. It's a lot of videos on YouTube on how Hermes work. It's planning. Like I said, I don't like to recreate too much stuff if it's already been done. Listen, I'm gonna get my different version of sauce of it. And pretty much, all you just gonna start talking to you and say, "Hey, I want to automate this job with this tool. What can we automate?" And just how you've been talking to Codex or Claude or your Gemini or Google Anti-Gravity. And this can just automate it stuff better and faster. It's made for that. But yep, that's pretty much it, people. Peace out to the next video.